Yeah, so hello everyone. Good morning, all of you. We PG Academics and Career Council welcome you all for today's academic orientation session. This session is very important for you guys because the academic system that IIT Kanpur follows is not same as the one that we are used to in our BTech days. Don't worry, we'll get all your doubts clear and we'll get you clear facts how things work at IITK. Before that, I would like to introduce us, like who we are. As you know that we are PG Academics and Career Council. So basically in IIT, there is Students Gymkhana. It is a student body which mainly operates and handles everything in the college. It has 5 councils and Academics and Career Council is one of them. In that, we have two parts, UG and PG. So PG Academics and Career Council is the council that takes care of PG students. Like PG students are part of the council and it works for PG students. So we have 4 wings, PG Academic Wing, Research Wing, International Relation Wing, and Career Development Wing. I am Khushbu Kishnani, General Secretary of PG Academics and Career Council. Let me introduce you briefly all the wings so that you can know us in a better way. Also, our tenure will end in March. So after that, you can be the member of new team. That's why you can know what are the things involved in this council. First wing, that is PG Academics Wing. As the name suggests, it concerns mainly with the academic side, like it helps to make policies and it deals with student institute issues related thing. It will help you to clear your doubts regarding the academic policies. So this is our team for PG Academics Wing. We have one associate head, three managers, and three secretaries. Next is Career Development Wing. All those skills that you require to enhance your career. We create those events, we conduct those workshops so that it can enhance your career, like resume making workshop, mock interviews, whatever you like to know regarding your career. So this is our team for career development wing. We have four managers and three secretaries. Next is international relations wing. This wing deals with the telling and making students aware of the international opportunities that are available in the campus for them. We also conduct various workshops and talks of the students who themselves have got international opportunity through colleges. This is our team. Like we have three managers and four secretaries for IRV. Next comes research wing. All of us are here for research. So this wing helps in that thing. It helps to conduct various events regarding research facilities and all that. This is our team for research wing. We have four managers and four secretaries. So this was an overview of our council. Like you can also be part of the council. All the team members that I showed you are none other than PG students like all of you guys. Now I will hand over the session to other person, but before that, I would like to advise you that academics at IIT Kanpur is pretty tough and competitive. So don't take it lightly. Here, one night study is not going to work. So be sincere and regular from beginning itself. Like try to keep your CPI as highest as possible because that will help you most in your placements. Okay, now I will hand over the session to Associate Head of PG Academic Wing, Mustafa Kazim.
Yeah, thank you, Kushbu. And first of all, I congratulate all of you for being successfully admitted to IIT Kanpur and wish you all the best for this wonderful journey at the campus. So I am Mustafa Gazim, Associate Head in the Academics Wing of PGANC. So this is the content we have prepared for you from the academic side. Subsequently, after this, different wings as introduced by Kushbu will have their orientation. So in the academics, the content goes like this. I'll be introducing you about the SPGC, DPGC, and the program structure. Then my team members would introduce you to the academic rules which you need to follow and the registration procedure. I guess you people have already done the registration, but again, it will be helpful for subsequent registration in the coming semesters. And the portal websites you need to know, courses and supervisor selection as you'll be selecting supervisors. And then there are some termination policies which you should take a note of because you should you have to like have a certain CPI to not get terminated, and there are certain leave rules and PhD specific topics I'll introduce again, and then we'll open the floor for question and answers. So first, the SPGC and DPGC committees, what they mean. So as you know that there are two committees, first at the institute level and at the departmental level. So there is a committee by the name of SPGC, which stands for Senate Postgraduate Committee. This is a committee at the institute level. So it has a lot of administrative power with it. So it comprises of a chairperson, one representative from each department, DPGC convener, six additional members, including one outgoing chairperson. And you will see here that there are also four student members, two from PhD and two from masters. So now in the earlier orientation you must be having from the official orientations, you must have got that students have a very active role in all the committees in IIT Kanpur. So likewise in the SPGC committee also you can see here that student members are actively involved along with professors which are holding these posts. So then SPGCs, what are the jurisdictions of this committee? So it gives you the formal approval of new courses of instruction, modification of course already approved, credit values of the course, and many more. So DPGC is assisted by the Department Postgraduate Committee, that stands for DP, the acronym is DPGC. So SPGC is at institute level, and at the department level you will have DPGC, which stands for Department Postgraduate Committee. So DPGC committee has a convener and then head of a department, 4 to 8 faculty members. And again, you can see here that there are certain student members in it, one from PhD, one from masters. So they also have a representation in the committee so that they can suggest important matters to the DPGC. And so DPGC's jurisdiction is as follows: the formal approval of admission of postgraduate students, presentation and disposal of thesis, conduct of oral examinations. Your academic semester load, including thesis and course, will finally be verified and accepted by DPGC convener. So this DPGC you must have already registered in the course. So you must have seen that there is a portal by the name of Pingala. So you should always check there. There are there are certain tabs in that. So for taking new course, you must have taken that course with a 9 credit and all those stuff. So my teammates would introduce you to the credits you need to qualify for different awarding of the degree. So whenever you take a course, it is approved by, you must have seen, you must have submitted it to DPGC. So first it goes to the course instructor. Once he approves, then at a department level, it is getting approved by DPGC. So whatever things can be dealt at the department level, it would be approved by DPGC. So if it needs to go to the institute level, then he forward the same things to the SPGC, which I have introduced you earlier. So I know that there's a lot of stuff to like to grasp in the initial slide itself, but just to take a note, you can like take a note of this, that DPGC at a department level and SPGC is at the institute level. So DPGC takes the okay. Send an elastic to this slide, please. Okay, so this is the jurisdiction. Course approval is the primemost thing, and then if you need you select a supervisor, approval would be again done by DPGC. So if the matter is at department, it would be done by DPGC. If it needs to be forwarded to at the institute level, it will be dealt by SPGC. Okay, next slide, please. So now I'll introduce about the program structure. So for MTech and Masters courses, you have to do the coursework, which you will be doing right now, I guess. So in the first year of your Masters, you have to complete the certain prerequisite of the coursework, the details of which will be introduced in the subsequent slide by my teammates. So once your coursework is done, then parallelly you have to select the guide under whom you want to work, or the domain in which you are most interested. So once the guide is selected, he can like again say to you to have certain more courses which are in your domain. So generally, like I'll not like, it would be better if the subsequent slide it would be explained. So after the coursework is done in the first year, most probably you will have to then do the research work. So in MTech, you'll have to do the literature review, and then after literature review, then you'll start your research. Once your research work is done, you will write your thesis. So once you have written your thesis, and then you will have to defend that thesis. And once you have successfully defended that thesis in a seminar, then you will be awarded the degree. So this is a simple program structure for masters. But once you come for the PhD program structure, there are certain more steps involved to it. So likewise, as per the masters, you have to do the coursework in the initial semesters. So the coursework requirement are different from masters. So but there is a minimum requirement. Say 4 coursework in aero department, you have to at least do 4 coursework, but it's a minimum bar. At you can take more courses, credit more courses, but it's at like it's from the consent of your supervisor, and if you want you can credit more courses, but generally like different departments are different minimum coursework requirement. In aero, say there is 4 coursework you have to do at least. Once your coursework is done, say in the first semester itself, or you divide it by 2 coursework in the first semester and 2 coursework in the second semester, you can divide it anyways you want, but then after that you have to give the comprehensive examination. So this is the most important examination. You should take a note of this, all the PhD guys here. Said you have to essentially qualify this examination to get formally enrolled into your to formally get registered into IIT Kanpur. Unless you haven't qualified this examination, you will not be formally registered as a PhD candidate. So the details of this I'll be covering in the last slides. So this after comprehensive examination is done. So in the coursework itself, in parallel, you'll be selecting your guide. The mails would be coming in your department that you have to give a preference of your guide. Once your guide is selected, he'll decide the fields in which or subjects in which you'll be giving the comprehensive examination. Once you are done with the comprehensive examination, you will then give a state of the art seminar. So after comprehensive is done, you'll do the literature review and identify the state of art in your field. Then you'll give a state of art seminar, which is basically covering the literature review, that what is done till now, which is the best. And then please stick to that slide. So once your open seminar is done, the exota is done, then you will start your research work. So you'll spend say 1, 2, 3, whatever years you take to complete your research. Then you give your open seminar. So once your open seminar is done, you will start writing your thesis. So once you have written your thesis, you will submit the thesis. It will go for review. I'll come to the details in the subsequent slide, how much reviewers are there. Once the reviewers, you have met the reviewers comment and you have modified your thesis accordingly, then you will defending your thesis. Once you have defended your thesis, you will be awarded the degree of PhD. So next slide, please. So I'll come to these sub points in details in the subsequent slides. So next slide, please.
Just a second, it got stuck.
Yeah, Sarita. Yeah. So from now, like academic rules will be introduced to you by my teammate manager in the PGNC, Indranil. So Indranil, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Mustafa sir, for the introduction. So, so now we are going to start academic rules. As you know that all masters and PhD students, you have to do the certain, you have to take certain coursework. So you must have to know all the academic rules that is there. So in the academic rules, we mainly cover the grading policies, credit requirements, and some basic information that you need to know. And lastly, we'll cover the financial support. So see, for the grade, as per the grading policy is concerned in IIT Kanpur, so you know, like you got the 9 credits for every coursework and for the thesis also. Okay, so there is 2 kind of index. One is the SPI, that is the semester performance index, and other one is the CPI, cumulative performance index. Okay, so the CPI is an indicator of the overall academic performance in all courses you registered for a given semester, for a particular semester. And CPI basically the cumulative academic performance, and it's cumulative to the all courses that you've taken throughout your program, maybe masters or PhD. Okay, so like for the MTech, there is a minimum CPI criteria for MTech. All the master's program, DIIT, MTech, MDes, MBA, MSR. So minimum CPI criteria is 6.5, and for PhD, so I think PhD it's not visible below. Is there any problem? Just a minute. Just a minute, Sita.
7.
No, I mean it's not full screen mode. So is problem from my side? Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, yes. Okay, fine. So for PhD, it's 7, right? So also like the grade is something like that. So firstly, you need to remember this in IIT Kanpur, we have they follow the even grading system. So it's starting from like 2, then 4, 6, 8, and then again 10. So in that 10, there is a 2 kind of grade, A star and A. Both having the same grade, but both you're getting the same rating, like 10, both evaluated as 10 only, but you get something A and A star. That depends upon the threshold. If you got after certain threshold, you'll get the A star, and it depends upon the threshold only. But both of them rating, for both of the A and A star, the rating is same. Okay, and the grade is B for 8 and rating is 8 and something like that. And then something like if you get I, that means your course is incomplete. Okay, and then for the thesis you get S and X. For all the thesis credits you took, there is no grading like A star, A, B, C, all those things is not there. Only S and X is there. S means satisfactory and X means unsatisfactory. And you can see for all of them credit is 9, and for thesis also credit is 9. Okay, and if I'll come in the next slide, please. Then I'll say something more about this S and X. Okay, so the things that you need to remember is if you get I, automatically it is converted to F, because I means incomplete, right? So converted to F after the last date if you do not replace or repeat any courses for that. Okay, E and if you get E and F, that must be repeat or substitute by another course. Okay, if you get D, then you may allow to repeat or substitute a maximum of 1 course, or in case of not having the required CPI. Okay, so 1 course will be allowed to repeat in that case. Okay, so this is you can understood like how to calculate SPI and CPI. So this is for a particular semester, and this is overall for all the courses that you have taken. Now, coming to the credit and duration requirement, strictly speaking, it varies according to the program and also to the department wise. Okay, so firstly for MTech, you can see like, and also one thing to remember, whatever the credit that is mentioned here, that is the minimum. Okay, so minimum, so for MTech and MDex, you have to take okay. So I think it varies with the department also. So you have to check with your departments, like what is the minimum coursework that you need to the credit. What is the minimum credit that should come from the coursework, and what is the minimum credit that should come from your thesis work, right? Like for MSR, you can see like from the coursework, MSR with BSc, like it's 72 should come from the coursework and 72 come from the thesis. All at the minimum. Okay, you can do more. That doesn't have a problem, but minimum this much credit should come from the coursework and should come from the thesis. So we'll share this document with you, so you can see according to a department and according to your degree, what is the minimum coursework and minimum thesis requirement should be there. You can check that. So these are some other slides also. Okay, so you can see that like PhD with MTech, this is for particularly for mechanical. Okay, so there is total 144 you need to do minimum, and in which 54 should come from the coursework and 72 should come from the thesis. Okay, that is the thing. So you check according to your program and according to your department. Now I am going to say some basic information regarding this academic rules. MTech and MDex can take 1 UG courses. You can take like all the master's students can take 1 UG course with the permission of DPGC. Okay, if you take any additional courses, that means suppose you have some requirement, if you take some additional courses, the grade should be converted to S and X for that particular courses. UG courses can also be taken as additional courses. That is fine, like you can take UG course or additional. Okay, and also remember like minimum duration that is mentioned in that chart, that does not include the summer term. Okay, 1 additional year for part-time and external students. This is for part-time and external students, you have to like therefore 1 additional year, and after completion of the maximum duration, extension from academic senate is a must, because you have some duration after. If you extend, then you have to take the extension from the academic senate. And then some more, like some research and sponsor projects may be provided, like some additional assistance. You normally you get some assistance from the MHRD, but if you are some sponsored research student, or you are working some sponsor project, then you will be getting some extra fellowship, like fellowship from maybe CSIR, DAE, something like that. And the thing is, there is an option of, for the courses, you can credit and you can audit. Audit courses is also allowed, but it will not be added in the grade sheet. You can audit the course. You do not, like, if you do not, it is not, if you audit a course, it is not necessary that you have to give the exam for that. You can do that course only for learning, but it will not show in your grade sheet. And also, like for this, for the online semester, you need to mail the respective faculty for the permission. So first, if you want to just only do that course or audit the course, you just first to write a mail to that professor, and if professor is like allowing you, you can do that course. That's the rule for the auditing. So now coming to the financial assistance, like I hope you must know, like all the master students, they like you will be getting 12,400 per month, and for 22 months only. Okay, not more than 22 months. You will be getting it for the 22 months. Okay, and so for PhD, 31,000 per month will be there for first and second year, and after that 35,000 per month for third, fourth, and fifth year. Okay, so what are the requirements? You need a valid GATE, CET, CAT, or GMAT score are required for the financial support, and you need to do the TA work for that, and like meaning you need to do the 8 hours work per week for to get to avail this stipend. And right, other than this, for the PhD student, basically, like there is support provided by DOA up to 10K, up to 2 conferences for PhD students. You will be getting up to 10K, and 1 lakh for like international conferences. This is also for only for the PhD students. So now this academic rules is completed. So now we are going towards the registration procedure. So in that registration also, there is two kind of, like in the first semester, the way you did the registration for the first semester, it is completely different from your next semester onwards, because so like normally what you like first semester registration is already done, right? So you followed all the guidelines provided via mail, okay, and you submit the documents, okay, all the documents that is mentioned in your offer letter, right? So that already done, and you already like done the registration, okay. So and also, like there is only one point that I want to mention. If your degree certificates awaits, okay, awaited, like most there are some students like they're coming from the BTech and they do not get the degree yet. So please submit a provisional certificate, okay, before your final exam, before appearing to the final exam. It includes all the papers, like for like in the provisional certificates, it includes like all the theory and practical projects, all those things that you have done, and it's generally you have to submit it 8 weeks before 8 weeks from the registration date. So you submit that, okay. And so we are not going to focus on the first semester registration because it's already done, okay. So from the next semester onwards, you have to do the pre-registration, okay. From the second semester onward, you have to do the pre-registration, and this pre-registration will be done in the Pingla portal. We'll show you in the subsequent section how you can do that in Pingla portal, or what are the procedures, and some other things also in the Pingla portal, okay. And from the next semester onwards, all the time you will do the pre-registration in the Pingla portal itself, and it will be coming like 2 weeks before the end of the current semester, okay. And you have to like choose a list of courses, and these courses will be approved, and then your registration will be done, okay. Then you have to pay the fees for the new semester and clearance all the outstanding dues to complete the registration, okay. Just one point to remember, I know you will know this, but registration will not complete until and unless you paid the fees, okay. If you do not, suppose you do the registration, pre-registration you completed, and then you forget to pay the fees within the time, then you need to pay extra the late fees of 1,000 rupees, okay. That also considered as a late registration. I mean, you have to pay the extra 1,000 rupees fees for that. And but if you forget to do the registration also, there is a provision to do the late registration on Pingla itself, like after the 1 week of the ending of the actual date. Okay, so but you have to pay the fees of 1,000 rupees. Okay, and for that you need to follow the academic calendar that is available in Dua. We'll tell that to you also. Okay, and then there is something called summer term. Okay, so for summer term, every student has to register maximum up to half of the normal semester load. In general, like in the online semester, like there is something normal semester load is like you need to take four courses. That means uh, 36, right? So normal means you have to register for the 18. Okay, so maximum you can register for the 18 in that online semester. Basically, students, there is like students who are going to defend their thesis in the summer, they do not need to register. So if you are going to, like it happens at the end. Okay, suppose you are not able to complete you're not able to do the defense in the normal semester, so your defense will be done in the summer. So for that time you do not need to register for the summer. So that is fine. Okay, and now this after you do the registration, there is a time frame to add, drop and withdraw a course. Okay, so this is also, you have to follow the academic calendar for that, like what are the time, and it also done in the Pingla itself. Okay, so we'll show it to you. So after like it's get approval from the course instructor and DPGC before the last date. Okay, and there is a timeline. Within that you have to add, if you want to add another course or maybe drop some course, you can do that, and that will be also get approved by the instructor and the DPGC. Course drop and withdrawal should not reduce the semester load below 27. Okay, minimum you need to take 27. Okay, so if you take below that, maybe 18, so that will be considered as underload, and you will not be allowed to do that until and unless you have some medical or all those things. There are some other criteria, but in general you have to minimum take 27 credits. So please make sure that whatever the course that you selected, that do not clashing with each other courses, because sometimes you take courses from some other department, something like it should not be classes. You have to make sure of that whatever the courses that you took, it is not clashing with each other. So just make sure of that, otherwise it will create some problem later on. Okay, so we have listed down 2 questions here, like that are the most frequently asked questions. So it's like, do I have to register for the new semester if my thesis is getting extended after final semester? Okay, so I hope you understood the questions. So like for this particular case, if one is completing his thesis, okay, thesis submission 2 weeks after the commencement of the semester. Okay, suppose you are going to submit your thesis after 2 weeks of the end of the current semester, that time he or she need not do, it is not required, you need not do the registration. But if it is not, then you have to register for that for this semester, for that semester also. Okay, so like some next question is like, I have submitted my thesis but not defended yet, do I have to register for the new semester also? So this is for the, like if you are a PhD student and you submitted the thesis and awaiting only for the defense to be done, you can have 2 options. Basically, you may register with the 0 credits, or you can take leaves. Okay, and if you take leave, you can apply defense on the leave. That is also fine. Okay, so these are the things. Now like we are going to discuss the portals and website that you need to know. Here only we are going to discuss all the Pingla portal and some other things that you basically need to know. So firstly, go by the computer center. So from that computer center, we are using, basically you can to download all the softwares that all the licensed softwares, or all the some specific applications that you need to use for your academic or for your research work. You will be able to or get all those things from the computer center website. See, firstly, for the VPN connection, you need to use this SSL VPN tunnel. Okay, so yeah, like whenever we are going to share this, you just have to click this link and it will take you in that subsequent page of the computer center, and its detailed instruction is there, so you can just follow that. You can download, it's very easy. And also okay, so just if you go to that computer center, can I do that? Yeah, Sita, just click on that link. No, just go to that, and this MATLAB, this link, clicking this link. Okay. Okay, not an issue. I think I can show you that by just by opening the computer center website. It's fine. So Srita, can you just type IIT Kanpur in the Chrome?
Yeah, shall I do that, or will you share your screen?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, just a minute. This is just for your demo. Yeah. Oh, so just a minute, I'm just giving you a demo like how to get all those things. Maybe this link is not working now, but we'll do that. Like whenever we'll share the document with you, then if you click that link, it will take you directly to that respective site from where you get all those things. Yeah, otherwise you can follow this also. Just a minute. Okay, so it's getting updated actually, so that's why it's not working. So okay, so if you go into this information, you can see that if you go into that information, so you can see there is a Office 365 subscription. Okay, you can have the Turnitin, you can use the MATLAB. Just for an example, if I open to this MATLAB section, you will see all the information is available for this MATLAB. Okay, you can directly download also. Like it can take you in that particular site where you can download this MATLAB. Okay, and similarly for all the softwares, if you want to see like what are the softwares that is available, so this all the softwares that you can download. Okay, and you can have the license also. Okay, you just click on that and you will see all those things there. Then it will tell you like what you have to do if you want to download all those things, right? These are the things. Okay, so let me stop there. And Sita, can you please share? Yeah, so we'll go ahead with the other presentation. Yeah, so this thing I already discussed, MATLAB 365 and all the other software, all the licensed software. And like another one is like the DOA website. Okay, so for the DOA, we are not going to discuss all the things that you are getting from the DOA website. The main thing is like academic calendar you need to download, and you need to follow that academic calendar when you do the add drop and all add drop and late registration, normal registration. All those things you are when your end sem will be mid sem will be, all those things it will be updated in the academic calendar itself, and all the exams and course schedules and also the registration notice, all those things will be getting from that DOA website. There is a tab called latest news. If you click on that, it will take you directly to that, and all the latest news section you will get all the information. Okay, just follow that, it will be sufficient. So now coming to the Pingla portal. So you already sign up in the Pingla portal, right? And so just log in, and this Pingla portal we have mainly used this Pingla portal for the registration. It includes both pre and late registration, and then add drop, to download the mark sheet, to pay the fees, to check your personal information, bank details, and all those things. Now and also like to use some facilities of the library. Okay, so I'll discuss in like brief about all those things. Okay, so when you open up the Pingla portal, in the left pane you can see all you can see a tab. Okay, that is like academic management. Okay, so from that you can do like add drop. You can the add drop tab is there. Okay, when the registration is there. Okay, all those things you can do. And also there is a no specific section for the mark sheet. You go to the add drop section, and in the above you will get a options called grade sheet. So just click on that. You will be see the grade sheet. Okay, and from that you just download, and registration also you can do from that. Okay, and I do not include the payment of fees here. Just if you open the dashboard, if you click on the dashboard, in the right side you can see like there is an option to pay the fees. You can just follow that. Okay, and also like to check the personal details, just go to my profiles and see the you can see your personal details from there. Okay, payment of the fees is something like right side, you can see that. And if you want to check, if you want to use some library facilities, then you can use that, but for that you need to use the IITK VPN. Okay, so we already discussed how to download this SSL VPN. Just you connect with that and you can access the library facilities. Okay, so now like Mookit platform. Okay, this does not like we do not need to explain it more because you already using this. Okay, so for that Mookit you can have a page where all the coursework, you can see all the courses that you have taken. All you can go to the announcement section to check the announcement, resources, okay, all the forms, and you can also check your profile from that. So that's very straightforward. Okay, so okay, so now I have completed my part. So I would like to hand over it to like one of my teammates, Srita. So Srita, you can continue from that.
Yeah. Thank you, Indranil. Hello, guys. I'm Shrita. From now on, I'll guide you through the slides. Coming to the first part, it's about course selection. In IITK, they offer many types of courses, and the different courses available are PRF, that is a PG.
Some echo is coming.
Is it?
Yes.
Now?
Still. Like you can adjust your mic or you can mute and unmute, like do something.
How is it now?
Speak again.
Hello?
Yeah, still, I don't know why there is some. Okay. Okay, continue.
Maybe there is a bandwidth issue. I've stopped my video. How is it now?
Yeah, continue.
Yeah. So there are the courses available are PRF, that is a PG course, and DE, which is a departmental elective, and OE, which is an open elective, and DC, that is a departmental core subject. All these courses are of 9 credits each, and PG students can only select PRF courses, which is departmental core, and DC, which is departmental core, and DE, which is departmental elective and open elective. You can also choose any other course apart from the department which your department gives, that is PRF or OE type. And as the name suggests, the DE and DC courses will be selected according to the departmental rules given to you. So in the list provided to you at the beginning, the type of course will be already mentioned over there. And also, apart from these different courses, there is a thesis credits that can be of 9, 18, 27, and 36 credits. And there is also a seminar course of 0 credits. That means SNX, as mentioned by Indranil earlier. You can take a course credits with the thesis credits. but you should take care of the fact that you haven't you are not below the minimum load, and also you don't exceed the maximum semester load, that is 27 and 36 credits respectively. And seminar course is compulsory for 2 semesters may vary in accordance with the department. For some departments it may be compulsory and for some it may be not. And except for the first sem, the course and thesis credit selection will be done through Pingalam. Coming to the supervisor selection, the thesis supervisors of a student will normally be appointed from the faculty members of your department and using the modalities decided by your department. In most general cases, there will be a lab rotation in which students got a chance to meet different faculties and get to know their research areas. Because of the prevailing situation in online mode of lab rotation, it is done by the faculty's research presentation. In this session, the faculty will be presenting a PPT about their area of research, and students can ask questions. And after meeting their guides, both the student and faculty have to fill the choice for each other. And I would like to add a point that this is because of this prevailing situation, and in most of the departments this may not be the case, and these PPTs are not necessarily compulsory for all departments. You should talk to your seniors and mail them personally to the professor, and then the conversation starts between the faculty and the student, and the process goes on. Coming to the one of the frequently asked question to us, it's like how to convert from MTech to MSR or MSR to PhD. Changing into a PhD is, of course, it can be done, and it can be done at the beginning of second, third, or fourth or fifth semester of current master program on recommendation of DPGC and approval of SPGC. Application to be submitted at it should be at least 2 weeks before the start of next semester, and the criteria is they need to complete minimum of 27 credits in the current program and has at least of 7 CPI. And apart from this, you need to have 75% or 7.5 CPI in your BTech if you want to convert before second sem. And like same criteria also if you want to convert before third or fourth or fifth sem. And review of work at least once for every 2 semesters of after the conversion is performed. The next topic we will cover is about the termination policies. In termination policies for a master student will not normally be allowed to continue his program if, first point, his or her CPI is below 6. Second point, his or her CPI is below 6.5 in 2 consecutive semesters. However, SPGC may consider his continuation as per the provision given that he or she may be allowed to continue in the following current semester on recommendation of DPGC and approval of SPGC. However, a letter of warning will be issued by the head of the department. Coming to the third point, he or she obtains 2 Fs or 2 Es or 1 F and 1 E in the same or different courses. And coming to the fourth point, he or she accumulates, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this. Yeah, he or she accumulates 3 or more X's towards the thesis grade. This is for the master student. And then now coming to the termination policies of a PhD student, he will not, the PhD student will normally not be allowed to continue his program if his or her CPI is below 6.5 and below 6 in case of the first semester student. And second, if his or her CPI is below 7 in 2 consecutive semesters. And however, SPGC may be consider his continuation as per the provisions given. That is he or she may be allowed to continue in the following current semester on recommendation of DPGC and approval of SPGC. And similar to the master student, also a letter of warning will be issued by the head of the department. Coming to the next point, he will also be not allowed to continue if his or her he obtains 2 Fs or 2 Es or 1 F and 1 E in the same or different courses. Fourth point, if he or she accumulates 8 or more X's towards thesis grades. Fifth point, if he or she accumulates 6 or more X's towards thesis grades in 2 consecutive semesters. The next topic we are going to cover is about the leave rules. Generally, we have 4 types of leave rules, and students may be granted leaves on the application to the head of the department concerned through the DPGC. And coming to the first leave, that is the personal leave. A postgraduate student can take maximum of 30 days in an academic year, including breaks, that is winter and midterm break, such that no more than 10 days are taken in a regular semester. However, this 10-day cap will not be enforced when semesters are not in progress and also during the summer term. Leaves not availed in one academic year may be carried over to the next academic year up to maximum of 15 days. In personally, we also we have addition, that is the casual leave. A student may be allowed a casual leave up to 6 days during a semester and 4 days during a summer term. The casual leave cannot be carried over, and for these leaves, there will be no loss of financial assistantship for students who are going on a personal or casual leave. Coming to the next leave, that is the medical leave. Leave on medical ground duly supported by a medical certificate may be granted to a student for up to 8 days per semester and 4 days during a summer semester. And leaves not availed may be carried over to the next sem for up to 8 days and up to 4 days in case of carryover to term. However, at a stretch, the medical leave shall not exceed 15 days during semester and 8 days during summer term. And even similar to personal and casual leave, medical leave shall also not entail any loss of financial assistantship. Coming to maternity leave, that a female student may be granted a maternity leave for a maximum of 3 months. Leave up to 6 weeks can also be granted for miscarriage, including medical termination of pregnancy, if supported by a proper medical certificate. Such leave can be combined with any other leave due and will also not entail any loss of financial assistantship. Coming to the last type of leave, that is the semester or term leave. Semester leave up to a maximum of 2 semesters and a summer term for both master and PhD students may be sanctioned for bona fide reasons. Except for medical reasons, such leave would not normally be sanctioned before a student has completed his or her minimum total credit requirement, and in no case before the student has spent 2 semesters and a summer term in this program. However, on medical considerations, such leave may be sanctioned after his or her stay for more than 1 semester. I would like to add a small note over here that no semester leave will be granted to DIIT students that are diploma. And also another point that these leave rules are applicable for the offline mode only. Another question that we come across generally is that if I needed a medical certificate, from where it has to be issued. So if a student falls ill while on the IITK campus, the medical certificate must be obtained from the institute's medical officer. If he or she falls ill outside the campus while on sanctioned leave, the medical certificate must be obtained from a registered medical practitioner. From now on, I request our associate head Mustafa, sir, to kindly take on the session.
Yeah, thank you, Sarita. So, so just to a quick note that all these details you can find on the PG manual that you can get from the DOA website. So you all are encouraged to go to the PG manual. So you can go to the DOA website and download PG manual and see different sections of that. So you'll find all the details we are covering in a much more comprehensive way. So for the PhD students, I'll come back to the things I'll reiterate what was required. First, the coursework was required. Then you'll have to do the comprehensive examination. Then you have to do SOTA, then open examination, then differential thesis, and then final degree would be awarded. So I'll go through these topics again in detail. So for comprehensive examination, a student registered in PhD program can appear in the comprehensive examination only after he has completed the course requirement and also the minimum CPI requirement, that is 7 for PhD. And direct PhD students may appear in the comprehensive examination earliest at the end of second semester, but must pass it before the end of fifth semester after their first registration. So there is a time bound on the comprehensive examination beyond which you have to take special permissions. So you should you are encouraged to complete your comprehensive examination within the stipulated time. So may appear in the comprehensive examination earliest at the end of first semester, but must pass it before the end of fourth semester after their first registration. So again, this time bound you have to take care of that comprehensive you have to complete within before the end of fourth semester after you registered. So the above time limits are exclusive of the period sanctioned leave, if any. So if the leaves are there, then this time the leave the leave period would be out of this time bound. The examination will be in the oral form, but may be supplemented with the written part as well. So this is very much subjective and varies from department to department. So say in one department, first you will have to complete a written examination would be conducted. Once you are done with the written examination, then only oral examination would be taken. While in the other department, just the oral examination will do or a presentation. While in the it's a very department specific. In some department they give you take home and a more detailed involved examination. So it depends from department to department, and also the subjects and the course instructor you are taking the examination under whom they'll decide the mode of your examination. So talk to your seniors and your lab mates for this. A student will be considered to have passed a comprehensive examination if all except at most one member of the board are satisfied with the student's performance in the examination. So okay. So who will be there on the comprehensive examination board? So then again, it's very subjective, as I've already told you, but in general, like comprehensive board will consist of at least 3, but not more than 5 faculty members of the students department, plus 1 faculty member from outside the department. So constitution of the board will be proposed by the DPGC in consultation with the head of the department and thesis supervisor, if already assigned, and will forward it to the chairperson SPGC, who will send it to the chairman Senate for approval. So this formal procedure, you need not to take a note. Just for you, I'll tell you that there are 3 to 4 professors, and the subjects which are specific to your field. Say you are in the structures engineering department, so few faculties from your department and one from another department, say civil also have structures, mechanical also have structures. So one professor from there would be in the board, and they'll be giving you written examination or whatever mode they set on, and you'll have to qualify that. So what if I fail in the first attempt of comprehensive examination? The student is allowed to appear only twice in the comprehensive examination. So take it seriously, this examination, because there are limited attempts, and you do try to just qualify it in the first attempt only. So candidacy for the PhD degree: a student enrolled in PhD program is formally admitted to the candidacy for the PhD degree after he has completed the course requirement and after he has passed the comprehensive examination. So once you have done your course requirement, the minimum course which already has been covered by Indranil, like say 4 coursework, and then with a minimum CPI requirement of 7, and then also you have to pass the comprehensive examination after that. Once these 2 requirements are done, then you will be getting a letter from the department or the DOA congratulating you that you are formally now a candidate for the PhD degree. After this examination are done, then you are a registered candidate for the PhD degree in our institute. Only such students who are admitted to the candidacy will be allowed to submit the PhD thesis. Comprehensive examination is very important. So state of the art seminar. So every PhD student admitted to candidacy of PhD degree is required to give a general seminar in the department covering the state of the art in the areas of research. This seminar must be given within 6 months of passing the comprehensive examination. If a student fails to appear within 6 months, then a provision of extension of 3 months timeline is granted by the chairman SPGC on request of the student and recommendation of their thesis supervisor and DPGC convener. So once you are done with this comprehensive, then there is a time bound of 6 months in which you have to do the literature review and the state of the art. That means like whatever is the latest in your field, you have to cover all those literatures and present in a presentation. You have to present in front of faculty members that this has been done, and then also identify the research gaps, that this has been done till now, but I am wanting to do this. That is the problem statement of your PhD thesis. And yeah, can you go to the previous slide only? Yeah, and then if you fail to appear within 6 months, then extension can be provided. The hierarchy is like the only I've told you earlier also, the DPGC at the department level will approve it, and then it would be forwarded to the SPGC at the institute level, and who will give you the extension period approval. Next slide, please. A further extension of 3 months may also be granted by SPGC. However, students have to apply for this extension in advance. If a student fails to appear in his academic program, would be deemed to have been terminated. So like all these time bounds, you have to take a note and abide by them, otherwise you'll be terminated from the program. So open seminar. Before proceeding to finalize the thesis, each PhD student must deliver a seminar open to faculty and students. In this seminar, research work done by the student will be presented to obtain comments and criticism, which may be incorporated in his or her thesis. The minimum time duration for submission of this thesis after the delivery of open seminar will be 6 months. So once you, after this state of art is done, then you will do your research that within whatever time you take to do your research, say 2 or 3 years, then you write your papers and all those things, and then you present the open seminar, which is saying that you have done this work, and it will be open to the faculty and students. They can ask you questions, they can give you suggestions and criticize your work also, and the changes which the faculty members propose to you, you have to incorporate in your thesis. Once after that, you have to write your thesis in the way as done in the open seminar, and but that's again within the 6 months. In exceptional circumstances, a further extension of 3 months with proper justification can be done. So if the thesis is not submitted within the desired period, including the extension, the open seminar already delivered will stand cancelled and will have to be deliver fresh open seminar. So also take a note of these dates and bounds, and you will eventually learn this a long way ahead in PhD 4 to 5, like even after some years you'll be getting to know these rules would be important for you. So again, PhD thesis board shall consist of 3 members in addition to thesis supervisor approved by the chairman senate. Unless some special circumstances make it impractical, at least 2 members of the thesis board other than the supervisor must be from outside the institute, and at least one of these two must be from within the country. PhD thesis can be submitted only after thesis board has been duly approved and the intimate of the satisfactory completion of open seminar has been received. So once open seminar is done, then you have to write your thesis, and that thesis would go to the thesis board, that reviewers of for reviewing your thesis. So your instructor would generally take care of that. So don't bother about the board, but the instructor would send your thesis to internal members and external members. They will review your thesis. It takes some time, because thesis is generally 200 300 pages or more, or depending like what your instructor wants and how. So they all, when all the reviews are there, so you will have to change your thesis again as per the reviews, and once it's done, then you will have to defend your thesis. So then oral board shall consist of 4 members in addition to the thesis supervisor, program coordinator. Of the 4, 3 shall be from among the faculty members, 1 from department of the institute, including those, if any, of the thesis board, and 1 shall be from among the member of the thesis board within the country but outside the institute. So the oral board also have different faculty members. The rules are as stipulated here, but again, it will be taken care by your instructor generally. So, but external and internal examiners should be there. So the PhD oral board shall examine the thesis report, examine if necessary modifications suggested by these thesis examiners have been incorporated. So the candidates reply to the questions raised by the thesis examiners. Authentication of like how much authentic is your work. So just a minute, there's a pop-up there. Judge if the presentation of the work by the student and the answers to the question asked have been satisfactory. So all these points, the board will judge your thesis and can ask you questions and review your thesis, and even say to rewrite a chapter or rewrite a paragraph of that, and or even clarification. So it's a very involved process. All the internal and external examiners give you a very detailed 4 or 5 pages review, and you have to change your thesis and satisfy their questions. If like it's a two-way communication, if you are able to satisfy their queries, then they are okay with that. Otherwise, you'll have to like change your thesis again. And like the review of a journal, you will come to know by this rule eventually. So PhD oral examination. So then the PhD oral board will give a report. Just a minute. So PhD oral examination, then the PhD oral board will give a report of the examination, which will be communicated by the supervisor, program coordinator to the chairperson SPGC through the convener DPGC. So once the results are there, it would be like the procedure is like again through DPGC, it would go to SPGC for approval. If all except at most one member declare the student as passed, the student shall be deemed to have been passed. One receipt of the report that the student have passed the oral examination, the chairperson SPGC will recommend to the Senate for award of the PhD degree. So once the SPGC and the DPGC forwarded to SPGC, and if he deem it correct, then you will be a receipt would be given that you can be awarded the PhD degree. So there are some general FAQs which can be there. The how to change from a part-time to full-time PhD. So a student admitted to a part-time program may be allowed to change or register to a full-time studies at the beginning of a semester upon the recommendation of the DPGC and with the approval of the SPGC. For the purpose of determining that maximum period of stay, 1/2 of the period spent as a part-time student will be counted. How to change from full-time to part-time program? Complete the coursework, pass the comprehensive examination, give the SOTA, get permission from DPGC, produce no objection certificate from the employer, complete PhD within 7 years of the date of the registration. So you can convert from full-time to part-time and vice versa. So these are the rules. So for full-time to part-time, a must is that you must have given your state of the art. So once you have given your state of art, then you'll have to get the necessary permission from DPGC. In both the cases, if you want this conversion, then you have to reach out to DPGC. He'll tell you the further rules, and also you can read the PG manual section 7.1 for the detailed rules. It's a very subjective case, so I'll not invest much time into it. So I'm a direct, another FAQ can be, I am a direct PhD student, can I exit from PhD? So PhD student is in an engineering department who does not hold a master's degree in engineering may exit from the program with an MTech degree provided. Just a minute. So a request of the effect is made at least 6 months before the exit, but not before the student has completed 2.5 years. So you can exit from the program and get a master's degree, but there are certain procedures and prerequisite for that. So at least 6 months before the exit, or and after 2.5 years, you can execute this thing. But this again is very subjective. You have to discuss it with your instructor, like supervisor, and then you have to also discuss with the SPGC and the DPGC. So sorry, the DPGC and your guide. That those are the two major things, guys. You have to get an approval, and then you can execute this thing, like exit the PhD with an MTech. But it's at the discretion of the guide, and it's at the discretion of the DPC and SPGC. So it's a very subjective thing again. So like many permissions are required. The students has complete. Yeah, you can go to next FAQ. I am a director. I am a PhD student with MTech or from a non-engineering background. Can I exit from PhD? So again, certain permissions are required. You may request the with the proper justification to exit the program. That why are you interested in exiting? First of all, with a degree or diploma, the request has to be recommended by the thesis supervisor, DPGC, and SPGC, and approved by the Senate. So this is the chain you have to take. You have to go through, like the supervisor, then the departmental postgraduate committee, then the institute level postgraduate committee, SPGC, and approved by the Senate also. It has to get approved by the Senate also. These approvals, if you are getting, then you can exit with the student opting for the exit option may be considered for the award of MTech degree or any other form of degree diploma, depending on the complete course research work. But again, it's a very subjective thing. SPGC and the Senate may or may not consider your justification. In every case, the DPGC forwarded to SPGC, and it's like re-appeal of termination and all the policies are voted in the Senate. So if the Senate approves it, then only it becomes you are granted that thing. So the voting can go in favor of you or against of you. So don't take it as a rule. This goes by voting. So this is not a hard and fast rule. So but this can be done, and a lot of permissions are required for that. Yeah. So we are done from the academic side, and we'll open for question answers if once all the wings are done. So I'll now hand over to Fareen Fatma from manager in the research wing for orientation from the research wing. Yeah, over to you, Fareen.
Thank you, Mustafa sir. Myself, Farheen Fatima, from Research Wing, along with my team members, welcome you all at IIT Kanpur. As you all know, that IIT Kanpur has various research facilities, and it has a huge infrastructure in terms of research facilities. So there are many research facilities provided to the students at the institute level, and some are provided at the departmental level. The computer center facility is one of those facilities which are provided to the student at the institute level. Among the computer center facilities, there are various facilities available, like high performance computing, institute LAN connection, and various computer labs. So most of the time we work in our labs, which is provided to us and we work on the system that is provided to us from our supervisor. But sometimes when a student is working on the research area and he or she feel the need that the provided system is not of sufficient configuration and he need to run some heavy software, in such cases we can apply for using this high performance computing facility of computer center. In such cases, we can go to this computer center website and of IIT Kanpur, and we can go to this HPC tab, and here we can apply for using such facility.
Hello.
Other Hello.
Yeah, the screen PPT is stuck, I think. Like it is stuck to first slide only.
Is it showing computer center facility side?
No.
Oh. Now?
No, can you please share it again? Yes, now it's fine.
Like for applying this high performance computing facility, we can go to this computer center website and we can go to this HPC tab, and here we can apply for using such facility. Other than this high performance computing facility, the institute also provides high speed LAN connection in the academic area and also in the hostel area, that is the residential area of the institute. Other than these facilities, there are 3 to 4 computer labs in the computer center, and the student can go to this computer center and can use those facilities anytime. Apart from this, various softwares are also provided to the students that help the student in their research work. Various software like MATLAB and some data plotting software like Origin, ANSYS, and the office automation is also provided to the student. The students can access the software through the LAN connection, or you can also use them through the VPN. Other than the institute level facility, there are also some department level facilities. So sometimes when we are working on interdisciplinary research, in such scenario, we need to use the research facilities of other department as well. Or sometimes if some instrument of our labs or our department goes out of order, in such cases, if the same facility is available in other departments also, in such cases we can use the facility. So we also need to know how to access those facilities and which department has which research facility. So the aerospace department is one of the premier department of this IIT Kanpur. It has a 1,000-meter runway, and it also has 4 aircrafts and 4 gliders. The institute of all over the country make use of the research facility of this department. Electrical department. The electrical department is one of the oldest department of IIT Kanpur, and this department is the largest department of IIT Kanpur which does the interdisciplinary research. So this department has all the major research labs of electrical discipline and also the electrical and communication discipline. This electrical department has various labs of power system and power electronics. It also has the microwave and RF labs, and also it has the wireless communication and wireless sensor network labs. The mechanical department has SEM lab, and it also has 5-axis machining center, and it also has the wind tunnel facility. So when we also need to know the research facilities of other departments. So at the end, we will be providing you a PDF with the link of the research facilities of all the departments, and we also need to know how to access and how to request for the permission of using those facilities. So that link will be shared with you all later. Apart from the research facility, the student also need to know the research opportunities available to them. How can they grow in their research career, and what are the different fellowships and internship and exchange programs are currently going on, and what are the next opportunities. So different talks and seminars and webinars are organized from time to time for the students so that they get to know the coming opportunities and their application procedures and their eligibility also. So they can decide what they are eligible for and what they want. The SRC, that is a Student Research Convention. It is held annually every year by the research wing of this ANC Council. So SRC brings together the researchers from all over the country, and in this SRC, the students share their innovative research ideas among others, and they can build their research network. They get to know who all other are working in their area. So in this SRC, various conferences and panel discussions and workshops are held every year. So students take part into it, and they get to know the various research opportunities and build up a strong research network into their area. Well, that was all from the research wing. If you have any query regarding the research facility at IIT Kanpur, so please feel free to contact us anytime. We would like to help you. Now, I would request Anjali Singh from IR wing to please continue further.
Thank you, Karim ma'am, for giving it over to me. I am Anjali. I welcome you all to IIT Kanpur, and I am going to talk about the International Relation Wing and about the opportunities you will get in IIT Kanpur regarding international exposure. So the content I will be covering here about OIR, about our website, about different opportunities what you have, eligibility criteria, what you have to keep in mind during your coursework, exchange programs and its procedure, some joint programs, some MOU signed with different foreign universities, and about its procedure. Lastly, I will cover some frequently asked questions. So let's talk about OIR. OIR stands for Office of International Relations. So that works with all the departments to fulfill their international agendas. It provides a comprehensive range of services and support to the students and stakeholders. This includes signing agreements with the foreign universities for exchange of students, faculties, research ideas, and developing and managing international opportunities for students. The International Relation Wing is a student body working directly under the OIR, and together OIR and IR will work to increase the IITK global outreach. So here, this is our website, and you can see here, there are different tabs where you can go and explore. First, talking about apply to IITK. So this is only for foreign students who want to apply in IIT Kanpur. Now there are some programs here only for IIT students, like a joint degree programs and some exchange programs also we will discuss further. And this is a program only for faculty. There is a MOU which is signed with different foreign universities. I will explain later. And here talking about news and updates where you get notified regarding all the opportunities that are coming along with. So there are frequently asked questions. If these questions will not help you, then you can reach out and contact us anytime. So talking about opportunities, what you have, there are various opportunities at IIT Kanpur in terms of international exposure. First one is student exchange program. So in which students from an university study abroad at one of their institution partners. Foreign exchange program provides the students with an opportunity to study in a different country and environmental experiencing the history and culture of the another country, as well as meeting a new friend to enrich their personal and professional development. International exchange programs are also effective to challenge students to develop a global perspective. Now, second is a joint degree program in which the curriculum is coordinated and offered jointly by 2 or more institutions and which lead to a degree. A joint degree should, for the purpose of the recommendation, be understood as referring to a higher education qualification issued jointly by at least 2 or more higher education institutions and other awarding bodies. So, IIT Kanpur currently has 10 joint degree programs agreements with foreign universities. Now, talking about eligibility criteria, what you have to keep in mind during your coursework, only those postgraduate students who have spent at least 2 semesters and have a minimum CPI 8 are eligible to proceed, and non-degree students elsewhere. And I am requesting you to just focus on your CPI to maintain it above 8.5. This is really beneficial for you. For permission to spend this time on the non-degree students elsewhere, an eligible student will make an application to the SPGC through the DPGC, duly supported by a statement of purpose to undertake the proposed work and sufficient information about the department and institution. Now, there is some scholarship you have present in the IIT Kanpur. So, first one is DAD scholarship. So DAD scholarship, which is a private and federally funded self-governing national agencies in Germany only for higher education. DAD itself doesn't offer any program of study, but it awards competitive merit-based grants for those to be used for studies only. And it is available for students of all academic levels, like mostly for undergraduates and graduates. So one thing I want to share here, we have one whole session on DAD scholarship given by Anurupa Dikshit ma'am. She has covered all the details in very depth. So you can clear your doubts from there. This video is already available on PVAMC IITK YouTube channel. So for more updates, you can also subscribe this channel. Now talking about SNGOS scholarship. So it is named in the honor of physicist Satyendra Nath Bose, and it aims to nurture future innovation and thought. It is awarded by the Government of India. Now talking about next one, Charpak Master Scholarship. So which is a French government scholarship in India. This scholarship program is divided into 3 subgroups or sub-programs. It allows Indian students to study at graduate and undergraduate level in public and private universities in France. Now, moving towards the procedure for exchange. So what you have to make it, like OIR office routinely sends information about upcoming exchange programs through the mail. Now, the students who want to apply, kept in mind, please get necessary permission from your supervisor and DPGC first, then send your required documents to OIR office. Supervisor will directly contact all the students who want to apply, can also approach for course supervisor for research programs. But for course-based programs, this is not needed. After receiving the necessary acceptance, students must apply through the website of the respective university. Now, moving towards the some MOUs signed with. So some JDP, joint degree programs, which are offered degree programs between Dextral universities and IIT Kanpur only in BSBA department. So this program is intended to allow students to perform coordinated doctoral degrees at both the institution by research and studying as well. The aim of doing the dual degree is to satisfy the requirement and quality standards in doctoral studies, and this MOU is signed at 12th June 2020, and it gets renewed after every 5 years. The other JDP is in between IIT Kanpur and Curtin University, whose MOU is signed on 19th September 2017. Similarly, other MOUs are mentioned here. For more information regarding this, you can visit our website again. You will get all the detailed information from there. Now here's some MOUs signed. So MOUs stand for Memorandum of Understanding, which is a formal agreement between IIT Kanpur and other party institute, where it is not a legal binding, but it signals the willingness of both the parties to move forward with an educational contract. So Here you can see different contracts assigned between IIT Kanpur with Australia, Europe, North America, Asia, Africa. Moving towards the procedure, how you can apply. So first you have to keep in mind that students must be allotted a supervisor, thesis supervisor, along with their coursework or after the coursework. The thesis supervisor will contact a faculty in the partner universities with which we have a JDP MOU, expressing the interest in guiding a student jointly under the JDP program. The interested student and faculty will then communicate their interest in participating in a JDP program to the OIR office at IIT Kanpur. The OIR office will contact the JDP coordinator at the partner university, sharing their information with the joint students. Now, students will then inform the SPGC chair and the Doha office about the selection in the JDP through the thesis supervisor at IIT Kanpur and then DPGC of the concerned department. The student will be enrolled as a full-time PhD student at the partner institution with IIT Kanpur as the home institution. Next, the student will also apply for academic leave through the same channel at least one semester in advance before a student leaves for the partner institution. The primary supervisor for the student will be from the home institution only and co-supervisor from the partner institution. So once a student is involved in a JDP program, all the academic requirements will be mentioned as in MOU with the partner institution. So now here some frequently asked questions are there. So first one is, what is the credit transfer and waiver for those going for non-degree exchange program? So that students are by default involved to take certain number of credits with IIT Kanpur, and you will need a permission to proceed to another institute as a non-degree exchange student. Does not necessarily mean that student is relieved of his academic requirements at IIT Kanpur. However, once they return to IITK, the student may apply for a credit waiver against the grade credit that the student has obtained from the foreign university. And lastly, the grade credits obtained at the visited universities may or may not be the same for which you get a waiver. This will be determined by the DPGC only, by whatever means it is paid. Now, second one is how to apply for credit waiver. So the students, after completion of his work, will apply for waiver from requirements of his program at IIT Kanpur, supported by an official transcript of the grade obtained and whatever material of DPGC may require. The concerned DPGC will evaluate the work done by the student and will make recommendation to the SPGC. On the recommendation of the DPGC, the SPGC may allow the waiver for the maximum of 36 credits only. Waived credits will appear on your transcript but will not be used for your CPI calculation. Now talking about the last one, what is the minimum residence required if one goes for exchange program? So minimum residence required for the students who go for exchange will remain unchanged for PhD students only. The minimum residence required may be reduced by one semester for MTech or MS by research students, provided they spend at least one semester of 16 weeks duration, or second condition is 2 quarters of at least 11 weeks duration, each as non-degree students elsewhere with prior permission. So thank you for listening. So that was all about international relations, and I will hand over it to the PG academic team. Now floor is open to question and answer.
Yeah, thank you, Anjali. Now the floor is open for questions. Any queries you have from the presentation, you can ask. Yeah, others you can ask. Yeah, unmute and ask.
Yes, sir. So my question is that I'm a direct PhD student in aerospace engineering. Sir, I want to ask that what is the procedure to take MTech degree along with PhD at the end of the course?
So you are direct PhD and you want MTech and PhD both?
Yes. Yes. What is the
Oh,
procedure?
okay, so like first of all, the coursework you must, how much coursework you are taking in the direct PhD?
Sir, 8 courses.
I'm the things which I'm sure I'll tell you, but for others you can contact DOA and your department office for. But the thing I know, I'll tell you, which is clear to me, is that you have to take first of all more courses as compared to PhD alone or MTech alone. So you'll have to take a combine of say 10 courses, I guess, is the requirement in Aero for PhD dual. And then you'll have to present 2 theses and defend 2 theses separately. Like you'll have to write a thesis for MTech also, do work for MTech and defend it, and do work for PhD and defend it. But how to convert it is not very much clear to me. You can reach out to the office of your department and to DOA for this. But I guess once you are like they're equivalent, so people don't generally convert. If you are direct PhD, you should you can continue with direct PhD, and this considered equivalent, but I'm not very sure. Anyone in the panel, I want to pass the question to you. If anyone is more clear on this. ANC team, anyone is having more clear idea?
No.
Okay. So the channel I told you, you should reach out to your office, the departmental office, and they will direct you. If they know the answer, they will give you the answer. Otherwise, they will direct you to DOA. So
Okay,
that's the
sir.
channel. But the things you have to take in mind is like for first of all, the coursework would be more as it would be right now only. Like in a direct PhD, like say in PhD, 4 coursework is required, and for MTech 8 is required. So in all, 12 is required coursework if you combine both. But for direct PhD, there is a waiver. If I remember correctly, there are 2 waivers. So you will be just giving 10 coursework. So if you're going for separate degrees, first of all, you have to take all the permissions as I've told you from the DPGC and SPGC, and also you have to write 2 theses and give 2 defense. But how is the conversion procedure? It would be better to get an official answer on that. So reach out to your department office and to DOA.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question on bank account.
Yeah. Yeah, please go ahead.
I have a SBI account in Lucknow. So do I need to transfer it to IIT Kanpur branch, or the stipend will come in Lucknow branch?
Yeah, I got your question. Actually, it's not specific to NC, but still I'll try to answer that. So there's an account department. When you go to faculty building, there's on the left hand side, the left hand balcony, there's a separate account department.
Actually, I am online. I'm
so online
just
also,
joined.
so you can search on Google itself, account department in IIT Kanpur, and there will be help desk. But if you give the account number,
it will work.
Lucknow
It will
only
work.
with the IFSC, it will work. So I am getting the stipend in the similar fashion, but they sometimes say it's better to get the in the campus a second account. But if you are able to convince them with they'll it will work, as Harsh is saying.
Sir, I have a query for taking subjects audit course. Suppose my first semester I take 3 subjects and 1 audit course I want to take. Can we be we are permitted to take audit course in our first semester, sir?
Like first of all, audit is not a course; it's a way of like doing the coursework. So audit is you are sitting in a class and want to gain knowledge and nothing else. You are not formally registered to that course, and you will not be you can like if you want your progress to be judged, you can ask the supervisor to like mark your you can give the mid-sem and end-sem, but some supervisors allow you, and some like the instructors of the course instructor allow you for that or not. So first of all, it's just a mode of you're sitting in the class and gaining the knowledge. It will not be reflected in your manuscript. You will not be formally registered for the course. It's just an informal way of taking the coursework. It's a good thing about IIT that you can learn, like gain knowledge from the courses. but you have to humbly ask the instructor, and he may or may not allow you to join that course. First answer is this. Then what was your question further?
Sir, my next question is whether there would be any satisfactory like S or X grade for the audit courses too, and we need to pass it.
Yeah. So there are, then there is
No.
Khushbu, you can take that. Yeah.
No, there is no grade for audit course. Audit course is just like with no records, you are attending the class just for knowledge.
Yeah, then the second part is SNX. So you can take a course in SNX also. So you will be given satisfactory for S and not satisfactory X. So that again, what average the instructor sets for S and S is up to him, very subjective. But you have to tell to him a priori that you want in S and X mode. And the third one is obviously the credit mode, that you will be judged on 9 credits and you will be given A, B, C, D grades on that. So these are the 3 ways in you can gain knowledge in that subject. So hope that answers the question. If you are having the query, you can still again ask.
So can we audit it later? Or can we audit it any course?
Anytime during your stay in the campus, you can, it's like classes is going on, you are allowed to sit in that class and make your notes. If you want, you can give the exam. If you don't want, you cannot give. You don't want to give the exam, don't give. But this all have to be in conjunction with the permission of the instructor. You can have to say that I am sitting in your class and gaining knowledge, and that's called auditing mode.
And I have one question.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, in SNX mode, sir, will it be reflected in our transcript, sir? That audited course.
Yeah, that's important. Audit is see, don't mix them. Khushbu, you take that.
See, auditing and SNX course is different. For SNX also you have to register for that course. Auditing is just off the records, and SNX is just one type of grading. But for that also you need to register the course.
Is that available in Pingala?
Yeah, SNX needs certain more permissions. So that Pingala thing, no Pingala.
Actually, SNX generally comes in special cases, like you take the course in normal mode only, but in special circumstances, suppose due to some medical reason or some things that you are not able to complete the examinations or give or something like that, and you request the professor to consider your case and give S and X, like that it happens generally. It is not the normal form of grading.
Yeah, okay. At the starting of the semester also you can say that I want in SNX mode, but like it's not the usual way. So talk to the office for proper details in that. Yeah.
So X is different and X and is different, right? S and X.
Pardon?
Are they different actually? S and X.
Yeah, S and X mode we are saying S for satisfactory, X for not satisfactory. So it would be like the usual way is take 9 credit course and you will be given ABCD. But the second mode is you go for S and X, in which an average would be set out. So you will not be given ABCD, just S if you are satisfactory and X if you are not satisfactory. This is the way thesis work is done. But you can also, in special scenario, as Khushbu was saying, you can do for coursework also this way, but special permissions are required for that.
Okay. Sir, I have a question regarding Pingala portal.
Yeah, Andrenil, you can take that question as you introduce the Pingala portal. Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, there is one section like personal information we have to update. In that one section of about banking. For that we have to means update in our student academic portal. For that we need CC login. So till date we didn't get the CC login, so we can't update our personal profile on Pingala portal. And there is one more thing that 10th January is the last date for the update. Means like 2 days later.
Yeah,
so
you contact the counseling service for this. You are there in the group now, you might be there in the FB group of counseling service.
Okay. And ma'am, one more question. I have to submit one documents means which I did not submitted while my registration. So now I have to submit to where should I contact?
So your file is at the DOA. Your document file is at the DOA. You can either submit like you have to complete the documents in your file. So reach out to DOA, or if they say it, then you can submit also in your department, and they will forward it to DOA. But it has to go into your file which is stored in DOA.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so any more questions? So we'll be closing in short while.
Hello.
Yeah.
This is when we can apply.
Your voice is not clear. Your voice is breaking. Can you?
PhD thesis when we can apply, in which semester?
Pardon, can you repeat the question? Your voice is breaking. A lot of disturbance and noise.
You should
Like,
first
yeah,
contact
I
your
got.
guide. You should first contact your guide whether you are taking he is allowing you to take the thesis credits in this semester or not.
Yeah,
Then
first,
only
like,
you apply.
first for taking thesis credits, first you need to select the guide. Right now you don't have any guide now. So in first semester you take coursework only. Then once you finalize your guide, then you can then your guide will guide you that when you should take thesis and when you should take coursework. Waki, you are free to take thesis credit once you have guide, thesis guide.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, I am actually. I am telling. I have selected a guide. I am actually in second semester, and actually he is not. He or she is not replying me because isolated, and 11th is the last date for registering.
You should first get the permission from your guide whether he allows you have selected, but if he allows you to take the thesis credit in this semester, then and then only you
No,
take.
his question is different. Here she's saying the guide is not okay. You have selected the guide is not replying for credit
Yeah.
or okay. Yeah, then you carry on. Yeah, sorry for that.
You can take the permission from him via mail, then and then only you can apply for the thesis credit. Otherwise, you might get whatever the evaluation on the basis of the guide.
Oh, because minimum credit requirement is there, I think. I have taken one courses of 9 credit, and one seminar course I have also taken, and I think I should take more credit courses so that I fulfill the semester requirement for the second
But
semester.
you are like your coursework requirement is fulfilled. Your course credits are complete. Minimum course credits.
I have taken 3 courses in the previous semester, ma'am.
And you are a PhD student or master student?
PhD students, ma'am.
Okay. So like, are you not able to contact your guide in any, like, have you talked him to once or twice?
Actually, I have mail, but I think she may be COVID due to reason isolated, or I have not called her because I can now I have to call. Maybe I don't know what I have to do. I don't understand because we have not. We are in the new. We are also new.
Yeah, I think like I can. This is not
You
a formal
can, I
answer.
think,
Yeah.
yeah, like you can take the thesis credit for now, but try to contact your guide as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Like you can apply for thesis credits, like because it is deadline is there, but you try to contact, like keep, like don't like once you didn't get reply, then don't wait for that. Keep trying to contact your guide.
And the second thing is, if you know which course you want to take, you take that course, and other 3 credits you can take a thesis credit. So that would fulfill your 36th thing, and you can drop one if the guide doesn't say so. But you have to like this is not Don't take it as a formal answer. You have to judge yourself what you want to do. And also, if guide doesn't reply, you can reach out to DPGC and he can, I think, help you in this matter also.
Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Hello,
Thank
I have a doubt regarding the Pingala portal.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, so I have added and dropped 2 new subjects. So every request have been accepted and it's done. My Hello IITK portal has also been updated. Everything is fine. But then when I'm going to the student add and drop application, there is something showing as the form submit. So I am assuming that we have to submit the form because we have newly dropped and added the subjects, right? So when I'm going to form submit, they are asking for OTP. I gave the OTP. And then finally, when I'm about to submit, it's showing that form submission failed. So it's not only in my case, I have contacted few others who have added and dropped. Even in their case, form submission is showing failed repeatedly for last few days. So what is to be done? Will the form get auto submitted because it's already been reflected in the Hello IITK portal, I mean the newly added subject? So will it get auto submitted or auto registered, or do we have to deliberately
No, you have to take care of that. So so
You
you
can
are,
mail to DOA, like you,
yeah.
those students who are facing the problem, na, you just mail to DOA that we are facing this type of problem. Then DOA will reply.
And also keep CC, to add to that Khushbu's answer, you could CC Pingala also. If it's a technical glitch, so Pingala is if you go to Pingala, there's a contact detail. So you keep CC to Pingala also. If it's a technical glitch, then Pingala will sort it. If it's a like registration glitch, then DOA would help you in this.
On the login window, there is
also.
a technical contact number also. For the technical issues, there is a contact number on the Pingala login window. You just contact them.
Okay, but then I'm asking the general procedure that after adding new subjects, we do
You
have to
need to
submit
submit the form.
Yeah,
You need to
resubmit. You need to resubmit to
by
DPGC.
entering OTP.
Sir, I have a query regarding comprehensive exam. Suppose I clear all my 436 credit requirement in first semester and my guide is still not decided for the second semester. So can we still be able to do comprehensive, attend comprehensive exam without supervisor being decided?
No, I didn't get your question. Like you're saying that your coursework is done and you haven't been allotted guide yet. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
So how
If
your
this scenario,
coursework is done if your guide is like guide wasn't having a say in that? Have you decided your specialization and taken courses as per your will?
sir, in first semester, no guide is assigned to us.
Yeah. So
PhD
you were clear
students.
about the specialization in which you want to go and you have taken. Who decided your courses? That
Sir, actually, there was a course coordinator, and
Yes.
we need to talk with them
In
and
first sem.
tell about their about our own area of interest, and depending on that, they will assign us 4 courses. They will, guide us for the courses
so
to be
now
taken.
why guide is not? You're in the process of selecting guide or no intimation of that yet?
Sir, we
She's
are
just
telling.
asking that if she doesn't have guide after first sem and she wants to give compre exam, right?
No, like
Yes.
like in
Yes.
case your guide is not there, then DPGC is the like mentor for you. So reach out to DPGC.
Okay, sir.
But it is advised that you select guide by the end of first semester, like.
So that depending on that my particular area of research work, my comprehensive examination syllabus will be decided. Like that you are saying, ma'am?
For comprehensive, Mustafa will answer, but
Yeah.
in general, it is advised that for all, even for masters and PhD students, you should select your guide within first sem only.
Yeah. Generally, you must be getting from office mail. One more guy was asking the same question in the chat, how to select a guide. So like department would send you a mail that it's time to select your guide and you'll have to give preferences like first guide, I want to have this professor, second, third. And then there'll be a meeting amongst all the professors and they will select the students then, or depending on the preferences you have given. If the seat is there, like the vacant seat is there under the guide for the PhD student, they will take you depending on your preference. Otherwise, you can select or not even select. You'll then get the second preference of your guide. So this is the way to do that. And if
This
not,
procedure is like dependent on departments. Like
yeah,
different departments follow different procedures.
yes, very right. And in somewhere it is automatically also allotted in some departments. So if the time the DPGC is your mentor, so this answer would be best given by a DPGC. So reach out to DPGC with this query, and he will surely either answer you in the best way.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Council.
Yeah, Devansh, go ahead.
Actually, I wanted to ask something. Like, suppose that, as you said, actually, I have enrolled in MSR program in aerospace.
Yeah.
And suppose, like, in a month or two, I choose my guide, or the guide choose me, whatever. So, like, meanwhile, if I realize that I want to change my guide, or the tuning is not perfect, or the research area is not what I expected it to be. So is there a procedure for change of guide?
Yes, there is a procedure, but it is not advisable generally. Like, yes, there is a procedure, you can change your guides.
Yeah, actually there's a form for guide change. So you have to talk to the guide whom you want to select. First of all, if he agrees, then you have to fill in that form and he will sign it. And then the guide then you have to talk to the guide who was already there. So both, if consensus are there, then that form, I guess, would be submitted to DPGC, and the procedure is like to the office. Then you can change the guide, but the guide who's selecting you and the guide whom you are like switching from should both agree to that. But it's not advisable, as Khushbu said, but in special circumstances, you for the best answer, you can reach out to the department office bearers. They would answer, give you like the form details and all.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Raman Kumar.
Yeah, sorry, Raman, you are raising hand from a long time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
please
sir.
go ahead.
Sir, I have chosen two courses in which 15 minutes of time class. But sir, professor discuss a time age different. So it's a problem on when we submit the form in DPGC.
No, you have to manually check the time clash on your behalf. If there is a time clash, like 15 minutes overlap,
yes,
you
sir,
cannot take those courses, because then there can be an overlap in the examination and you are solely responsible for that. So if there's a time clash, it's a manual check on your part. You cannot take those two courses. You should registration procedure, you should read those documents. It's written there. And still, if you want a very, like, you can talk to both the instructors. They will help, like if you very special permission is there. I don't know about that, but as far as I remember correctly, there should be no overlap.
Okay.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Rahul, go ahead.
Sir, I have a question that how to get to know about the courses from other departments? Like, there are plenty of courses which are being offered this semester. So,
yeah, go to course schedule on DOA website. All details would be there.
So, like, department wise, we can
everything, all courses in IIT getting floated would be given a tag like ME675 and whatever. So there's a tag for a course, and in all the department, go to DOA website. There would be a new flash there. This already there. So there's a course schedule. You should read through it, and whatever course you're interested in, you can take that with the consent of your guide, yeah,
okay.
supervisor.
Also, I wanted to know about the summer term. Like, how is it different from this regular semester?
Khushbu, can you answer? Summer term.
Yes. So we have 2 semesters and we have 1 summer term. So summer term is like May and June, 2 semester summer term. That is different from semester in a way that it doesn't have regular courses. First of all, it has modular courses. Like it generally, that summer term is used. Suppose if someone wants to improve the grade or something like that, then you can take those courses and improve your grade. Like it will be of 18 credits. Mostly like PhD students and master students take thesis credit in summer term also. And if someone wants to go to internships and something like that, then people go in that summer term, means that those 2 months. That is how that summer term is different from normal semester.
Okay, so it's like a semester.
What?
Nothing, nothing. Oh, yeah. So any tips for our first semester? Like I'm an MS student.
Like try to get the best CPI you can get. That's the tip I will give to everyone, because that will be used in placement the most.
Okay.
Like in placement, you will have a great advantage if you have a good CPI. And
So,
just be regular and you will be do fine. And don't worry that you are winter admission, then you will lag behind the other students. Don't think all that. You will do fine. Just be regular and try to complete things in time.
Okay. Thank you, Kushbu.
is it compulsory to register in the summer term?
Yes, yes, it is compulsory.
Oh, the either fee we have to pay the fee like the semester fee even and odd.
Yes, yes, yes. 10,000 fees. I think 10,000 fees. Like
Different for
in
PhD. They're different for
yeah, sorry. I am talking about MS. Like we have to pay 20,000 in normal semester, around 20,000, and in summer term around 10,000.
the feed details would be reflected in your Pingala the dashboard. So that is accounts dependent, but you have to pay the fees and register also with thesis credit either or the course if you want the course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hello everyone. Sir, my question is I have dropped one course out of the 4 courses. So currently I have 3 courses, but later I added one course. So I have 4 courses now. My instructor permitted me for adding one more courses. That is total. I have 4 courses now. Should I do something more like?
No, 436 is maximum and 27 is minimum.
4 is
And
fine. I think you try to get good marks
yeah,
in all 4. That would be
and in very special scenario you can go
also.
take 5 courses also, but it requires very special permission. But like as per our experience, 4 is very much enough. You will not be able to handle 5. So like 4 is the usual. You go by with 4 only. Yeah. The
No,
best.
sir. Actually, my question is I have dropped that course through Pingala portal.
Oh,
Okay.
you have you submitted the form now?
No, I did. I just dropped it through the Pingla portal. I mailed to the instructor that I want to drop this course, and regarding and further, I choose another courses. Okay, and I also mailed to the instructor to that I want to take another course, other course. Okay.
From
And
Pingala portal, your drop request must be shown that your drop request is accepted, right?
yeah, both
Then
requests are accepted. Like dropping request is also accepted, and adding one
acceptance.
more.
Okay.
Both the courses are accepted for adding and
Then
dropping.
now submit your form and enter enter your OTP, which will be received on mail and SMS, and you will be submitting your form. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you are now
Okay.
36 credit. You are good to go and submit your form.
Okay, there is an option of form submit in Pingala portal, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I have to click that button and then I
Yes.
have to or confirm the OTP. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have a question regarding adding the new subject after dropping the earlier one. So I dropped one subject and then added, but still on Hello IITK platform, it's still showing the earlier subject's name. Means the new added subject is not reflected on the Hello IITK platform.
After add drop period will be over on the 11th of January, then the new subjects will be reflected. Okay, and if you are not getting after then also, then contact a Hello IITK desk.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but make double sure that before ad drop is off, you like that Pingala thing is of utmost importance. That 36 thing is in place and you have submitted the form. It's in properly done. Or if not, Hello IITK reflection is a secondary thing. You can always get through Pingala help or the instructor's help. But this Pingala, this registration process is utmost importance before ad drop is off.
Sir, we need to submit also the form before 11th January.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So we'll take a couple more questions, three max, and then we'll close the session. Yeah, three more
Yeah,
questions.
we'll close it 1:20.
Yeah, Arvind Kaur, you go ahead, please, with the question.
Yeah, so even I had a question regarding the ad drop portal, ad drop option in the Pingala portal. So, like I'm facing a problem over there, which a couple of my batchmates are also facing. So, the form submit option. So when we press it, after the addition has been approved and everything has been done, and my Hello IITK has also been, it has been refreshed and it is reflecting the new courses. But when I select the form submit button, it asks for the OTP. I receive the OTP, I enter it, and then the form submission fails. So this is something that my batchmates are also facing.
Contact DOA immediately. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
a
I
very
have
see,
left them a mail, but I haven't received a reply
call
again.
them on the helpline. This is available online.
Okay.
So see, registration is take it very seriously. The registration is we are just guiding you for a formal answer. DOA is there. The DOA is there only for registration. Like they help. The registration is taken care of by DOA. So
Okay.
DOA office, there is a help desk online. You go to DOA site, and if you are not finding our answers unconvincing, then too you reach out to DOA for a formal answer, because this is very important, registration.
Yeah, so that is what I was also figuring, because the last date of submission is 10th Jan, that is tomorrow, and we've been trying to, submit the form for a while now, but it wasn't happening successfully.
So
Okay, I'll write to them
this
again.
should happen usually, but we know that it should be 36. We submit, DPGC approved, instructors approved, then DPGC approved, and you are done with. You can see the status of registration. If it's not doing, something's technical glitch is there, you should reach out to DOA. If they say, then Pingala will help. That's the procedure. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, I have another question for the international relations wing. So usually I get to hear that only MTech and PhD students get some international opportunity. So are there any MS students who in the past who have got any international opportunity like? Yes, sir.
Yeah, Anjali, go ahead. You can take that question.
So any MS student who got any like research internship or anything, international opportunity?
Yeah, IR team, you can take up that question.
Can you please repeat your question?
Yeah, so usually like I am an MS student, so usually I get that only MTech and PhD students get any international opportunity. So is there any MS student who got any international opportunity like research internships in the past?
It depends on
we
the
don't-
program.
Actually,
It depends on the program you are applying to, right? So if
MVL,
there is if the program allows MS students to apply, then you can do. But most programs generally have a more quite comprehensive requirement of postgraduate students. So if you want to apply, you have to take special permissions from your supervisor and the DPGC, and if they allow, then I think, and if you fulfill the eligibility requirements, then I think.
Okay, so after completing 2 semesters only I can look out for. Okay, thank you.
And everything here will depend on your supervisor. Like if they'll allow, that you would be able to go. If they'll not allow, then you'll not be able to go.
So should I consider this factor while choosing my supervisor? Or
Yes, definitely.
okay.
There are 2 more questions, then we'll end this session.
Hello, sir. I just submitted the form. I already mentioned that 4 subjects I have chosen. Then I dropped one, and then I later choose one. I submitted the form, submitted the OTP, and then I got the mail that your form is submitted through email of the IIT Kanpur. So I think that process is complete, right?
Okay, it's over processing. PPGC will approve it. You don't need to worry.
Okay, like OTP part is done. OTP has successfully verified. Then I got a mail like your pre-registration form with the following courses have been submitted. Now anything else I have to do?
No.
Okay, yes, thank you.
So there is a tab also in the Pingala to see the status of your form. So if there are 3 green signals, that should be green. Like fee submitted, registration done, and then biometric attendance given. So biometric is waived off for this extraordinary because of COVID. But if all 3 are green, then you are done with the registration. You search for that tab and you can get the details there also. Status of the form.
Status is showing, sir, form submitted, and all are in greens.
Yeah, there are a few more tabs. You can always click all the tabs and see one by one. Like in the academics, there is a tab for that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So if there are no questions, I think we'll close this session. And again, I wanted to congratulate all of you who are have got admission in IITK, and all the best for your wonderful journey and stay at IITK. So Khushbu, you want to say some closing remarks, and then we'll close the session.
Yeah, all the best to all of you. Work hard, have fun, enjoy your life in IIT to the fullest. Okay, then we'll see you again in some other session.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you for joining in. Okay. Bye. Bye. Bye.